Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ladyhill. So we've kind of got a race against time now. You can see that the rain is coming in. This guy needs to go and sell his products, so we'll send that away. This is done, but we need to get this field harvested simply because that field will wither if we don't get it done tonight. Now I'm going to quickly take this back because this guy's finished what he's doing. Pick up a tipper, and then we should get on and try and get that last canola field. I'm going to go. I should go with the overtake, shouldn't I? Heady when you stop slower traffic. Once he's done that, we can return that tip. I've returned the onion harvester. I did look at storage options because, like I said, it just didn't seem worth it. I've also got a dilemma on my hands. As you know, the money's good. Now I've decided we're going to lime the fields this year, so that's going to take some of the money. I'm going to need a lime. I'm going to use a lime spreader because that little fertilizer spreader we've got, I don't think will be quite up to it. And I'm probably going to rent a auger wagon, just so we don't have to buy loads of bags. We can go and use that buy anything station. As you see here, I've given the yard a bit of a tidy up as well while between episodes, so they're looking a bit neater. Everything nicely in its place, out of the way. And so we'll get up to that field. Once we've got the tipper up there, I'll make a start on the harvesting. So hopefully we get that done before the rain comes in, because I really don't want the field to wither. And then we need to think about planting, because when do we need to plant barley? We've got 2 months, so if we get on line the fields we want to do tomorrow, it's 2 days to plant the barley, so hopefully it should be enough. Right, so on our way up to field accessing way, field 16s. Hang on, I might get this. You can access it from the top row, can't you? I know I'll have to go and help him out with the tip point when he gets there, but look, it's not the one you can access from here. Yes, it is. Thank God for that. Get in there. These gates certainly are tight. I mean, what can I do differently here? I need to go wider here, don't I? You honk at me, pal. These guys are here. I know I'm going to have to help this guy to his sell point. I was waiting for him to get there. Oh no, actually no, it's the one that he can do himself, isn't it? That's good. I say we should be able to get this field done in time. It's certainly not. We've got this lovely big header and big harvester, so that should help us, but still. The rain is due in at what? Anywhere between 7 and 9. That just tells you it's raining by 9 o'clock. Which is a pain, but it's what we have to deal with. This is our last field. Obviously doing the contract, I think, in hindsight, probably wasn't the best idea I've ever had. And certainly I was going to buy that field. I don't think I'm going to now, because watching the trouble they are with it, I'm going to look at, well, like I say, the dilemma, because I'm going to look at other land. Part of me really wants to buy a harvester, possibly even one of these harvesters now. From a purely financial decision, buying a harvester makes no goddamn sense. We've used this thing for 3 months. It's probably cost us like 40, 50 grand. But obviously to buy one with higher purchase costs us $500,000. And it's just like, from that logic, it doesn't make any sense at all. Better off just renting for the 2 or 3 months a year that you need them. But part of me just wants to own one because I don't know, I always just like owning them, I guess. I'll change this to 2 headlands, you know, I prefer a little bit more room. So the yield is actually really good, which, like I say, considering we haven't lined these fields at all, is really nice. As it got to there good. Hang on, it showed me the wrong field map there, didn't it, when I It did show me the wrong field. I think it's because that must have been so close, the game must pick that field up instead of this one. So anyway, thinking about crop rotations, thinking about what we put by on. So I'm going to put grass on 12. I'm thinking that was a barley field this year. I don't want to use the same fields. We make this, these 2, and maybe 8. barley. Because that way, I want to produce a lot of barley. I just want to get this beer production going. Really do. I want to see how it does. I mean, we've already got. I mean, look at that. We've already got like 40 grand's worth of beer. If we wait for the best time, which is December, which isn't that far away, so that's a nice payout. It's one of the earlier payouts, along with the canola. Obviously, stuff like coffee and mustard, they're just auto selling, so that's not really something we need to look at. But yeah, it's also because this year's only like half a year. If it's till next year we'll have a full year of the beer production. Then we'll see like what money it makes. I'm really hoping it makes some good money because we could do with it. Obviously, we have those loans hanging over our heads a little bit, which we need to sort out. But with them at the time, he should be not far away. And I'm still gonna. I think I have to go and help him at some point. It'll be good from there. Obviously, that's not really. In reality, I probably should have swapped tractors. That should have been over here with me on this little trailer. But get those onions sold. Dealing with that. It was a good experiment. I'm not against experimenting with things like that in the future. We will do some other crop types just because I want to keep it. I see, is this where the freaking field dips or something? Yeah, we've got a couple of places where the angles of the field mean that the header's just not going to touch. So, I'm going to try and be clever here. And you see, easy when you know how. We're going to be putting with the landscaping tool and just adjusting a couple of these points. But yeah, as I was just trying to say, I am planning to do all the like different crops, keep things varied, keep things interesting. We're getting closer to full now. I don't think we're going to fill that trailer, which is okay because as you saw on the other chart, we definitely already have plenty. Excuse me, and a sneeze. Then we'll get the ripper quickly in this field. And say we're going to skip the night and then we can lie. Planning to rent some equipment for that. Say we could use our little one to lime as well, but I've been filling it every 30 seconds, I think. Lime always seems to use a lot. Should be there by now. He's pulling in. Well, at least you can be unloading when we're on the side as well. Always helpful. Oh, I don't even sell it on. Obviously, if I'm planning to rent equipment, I can do with the money behind me. We also want to have a good look at what fields are available. Like that. 55 grand for that's a big field. I mean, we can cut the grass on it and then take it. I like those two. For pretty good money and have a lot of land. We'll have to go and check anyway, because he should have sold that by now. I say time. I don't want to slow time down to like very little. Well, in a sec. Yeah, why you not? You literally just not quite far. Whoa! That's not what I intended to do. You see, just not quite into the sell point. Yeah, just being finicky over where we wanted it. But that's the end of the onion harvest. Just 200k. I was hoping for a decent amount. We'll return that. We want to return and then we'll send this guy back home. Okay, it won't go home because it wants diesel and it can't find it. Well, actually, I can help it with that. As luck would have it, we have diesel here. Imagine. I bought diesel, didn't I? I refilled the diesel tank, I'm sure. You can normally fill them with this. Because I mean, I'm going to have to drive back. Right, so I'll drive this back and then we'll finish the field, folks. But please sit back and enjoy. Oh, I was wrong, folks. We did get just over a trailer full, which I shouldn't complain about because it's all more money for us. I've also just realised we don't actually have any wheat in storage, do we? I must have actually sold it also. So the chickens have enough to get them to next harvest season. But anyway, that's a great amount. If we wait till 130 grand, basically, we cannot argue with that. So that's harvesting done. We'll park this up, we'll return the harvest and we'll skip the night. So the next day, I have a plan. We'll involve quite a few of our machines. But allow us to get things moving. Like you up there. Return the harvester first so we don't cost us another night's fee. And we skip to the next morning. That wasn't the way I wanted. There's the rain, so we just saw that up as well. Okay, yeah, so we cost us a bit of money with loan interest in that overnight. I see Series 5. That would be interesting actually, but don't think we need something like that. I just got a Steam achievement for cow herd. I'll have to look up what that was and I'll try and shove the answer on the screen. So, first jobs in the morning. Cow straw. Cow's food. And then finally, go and sell the milk. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get this guy set off with things out of the field while we do the jobs. So if I do this quickly, check how they're doing for like food actually. Yeah, milk 12. If we're going to just sell that, I mean, where will that sell at right now? Sell everything. There's another 30k. For food, they're about half, so they'll take a decent trailer of food. I have installed a mod which allows me to edit the storage capacities of some of these as well, which is great. It means I don't have to do the XML editing anymore. We may look at that later. For now, I'm going to leave the mixer where it is. As well use this trailer again. Realise as well in my tidying thing, I may have blocked in the milk tanker, so I'm going to have to get that out. Fuel this guy as well. See how that makes it easier doing that, having all the stuff parked here. That's going to be so I can turn that production back on. XP, that's the one. I didn't want to take all of this just because I don't really want this trailer tied up. their daily capacity now. Oh, we've had babies. Look at that. That's why our food need has suddenly jumped so much. Mail something, yeah, it looks like it's up the capacity as well, so what I'll do is I'll do a second trailer load. Yeah, we've had our first 78 calves born. That's amazing. I guess it's so much closer to our goal. What's going on now? 4 times 39 is 278, 126? No, can't be. 78 times 2, 156. So our goal of 400, because we can jump towards. Although we need to wait for them to mature and hope that not too many or any of them die in the process. We can jiggle those bales around, so I think they're going in when I want them to. At least because it's a straw bale. Yeah, you can see it there. But you see that it's taking that away as it's using it, so that's not too bad. I'll leave that there, it should. The Bluetooth PTO will start working again. Okay, so this guy's gonna go. Do I get this guy ripping or do I. No, I'll get this guy ripping, I'll use the vent to do the milk sale. I think this ripper's a little bit too far from the fence, so I don't think it enjoys. That lovely morning here in Ireland. Obviously, rain coming, but I think that's coming like late afternoon. Another contract. That's the one I want. No, I said that's the one I want. I thought if the tractor's down here, it just looks nice out of the way. So I'm going to try very much to keep everything has its place sort of philosophy going. Although I'm going to destroy that grass, which will not look great. Should be able to get this out here. And hopefully I can get this turning. Hit the moss. I should in theory stone because I think stones are on. Yeah, I think we have to skip that this time and maybe look at that for future because I just think time's going to get away from us a little bit. We want to just get on and get. But his liming will not be a particularly quick process. Actually, see how much catches me out with this thing. If I see steers too much, then when you finally think you've got it under control, it decides to stop. There we go, and get this sold just to get a bit more money. The best price was the buy anything station. Double check. Doesn't tell me now because it's on the tanker. Sure it was, let's go to the other. Let's not do that, that's going badly. Yeah, the dairy just, the selling thing there, so it's just slightly more, so we'll take it there. The thing is we can't actually sell at the dairy either, because we'll just put it into our production. Which I believe is getting through it, but it's still. The next stage we might just take to there, top that back off again. I get this guy to go and do this. we can make a start on our shopping. So what we need is a bell. I tried a bell one I was looking at is this one. Our 230 horse will run it. Yeah, the capacity that capacity is what I want. And at least that costs us 2,800. I'm hoping you don't actually need the line cover to do line because it reduces the width quite dramatically. No, we're going to fill this thing up. We're going to start doing a field on it. Because if we don't need the auger wagon, then we won't have one. This thing's a dolly, which is always going to make it a little bit more awkward. You guys know how much I fucking hate dollies. They put indicators on it, but they don't put any kind of like actual lights or brake lights on it. That's a very interesting setup. I'm going to have to try and minimise my reversing as a result. To hopefully looping fields. I think the lime's going to cost us about 30k for a full load, so hopefully it gives us a decent yield boost. Yeah, see what this thing can do. Yeah, this machine, this tractor has the horsepower just. So we'll get the fed to an auger wagon if we need it. Don't fancy driving all the way out here. We'll have to reload it every time. Getting on, by the way. Getting there. I'm off the road. I know you're talking about that O'Neill farm. I mean, if it's the O'Neill ranch, then it should be a burnt out mess. We'll get this, we'll go back and we'll do the 3 big fields first, or certainly the 2 that are ready. Get them done and then we can look at the first, even if we don't actually get all our fields done this year. At least how big yield ones can be. Can be right. Well, let me fill it, that's always a good sign. That's actually not bad, 9 grand for a full time, that's better than I thought it was going to be. And it's certainly pulling it alright while it's like this, that's a good sign. It depends, obviously with precision farming it will be variable application rate. Okay, the cow feed is nearly full again, so I can turn that back off. As you can see, I've got adjust storage capacities here, so I can. No, it's picking mineral feed. How do I get it? I see, through them all. That's a wall. So I can if need to be adjust that a little bit just to give us a bit more capacity on things. I suppose I could do that and then just feed a load of like hay and straw in, but at the moment I don't mind the bales. I think next year we're going to have a real focus on cereal crops. We've got more wheat. We could do with a couple more. We could do with saving some wheat because the chickens I'm hoping have enough to get them through a year. They're using 1,000 litres, so they've got enough in there for 38 months. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Because they've had, well, quite a few babies. Don't know how full that is, I don't remember how many that pasture holds. The milk hasn't sold yet, that's like worrying me. It's just getting there. There we go. So yes, that's basic. So hopefully that covers what we're going to spend today. The failed conga line. Sugar is the real one. No, we're coming through. Thank you. Okay, we'll see how quickly we use this line. If we get into it really fast, I will then we get an auger wagon. The trouble is, even an auger wagon's gonna be like one fill into this machine, so we're gonna be like constantly gonna have that putting backwards and forwards. I still think it's better than having to load and unload a load of bags. I wish this thing wasn't a dolly. I also wish I could drive properly, but I definitely wish this thing wasn't a dolly. Only at 35 meters, it should literally be like, well, this thing's working range was 35. Should be, shouldn't it? Yeah, so that's why is that coming up 14? Oh, 60. So, 2 headlands is literally. No, it looks like it's only doing 14. Maybe that's just because it's line. Check around, well, that's changed things a little bit. Not too bad, I guess, but it's. No, don't try reverse it, you know. The Kroger M. It's a big trailer. That is still so tempting, especially while we have all this money burning a hole in our pocket. But now I've got to be good. Got to be good. Get this turned on. It's using it at a reasonable rate, but we'll see how it gets on. Maybe I do want it on the more powerful tractor because that feels like it's not having the best time with the hill. But you feel that nice green, which will give us a really good boost in production value. I shall get on with this, and hopefully by the time you next talk to us, it should be finished. Rock on. And the rain is here now. I was hoping for a nice short rain shower, but as you can see by the map, Jesus, that's, well, pretty accurate to Ireland, let's be honest, but it's giving a shit winter. A really shit winter. Anyway, so as you see there, we've got one field done, secondly done. I'm going to need the auger wagon, so we're going to go and sort that finally in a second. And I've got the AI just starting to plant for me. I said before, I want to try and crop rotate. That's why I put wheat in this field. These two can definitely be barley, because these were both canola. Then the 12's going to be another grass field, so we're going to have 3 grass fields. Put barley in there. These 3 then become available for probably oats. Or maybe not, you know, later crops we have sorghum. We have a choice of a few. Don't know whether I throw in like one like root vegetable or something like that, just to, like we had the onions. Once again, we've always got colossuses if we need to harvest something like that. so gives us plenty of options. Like I say, we'll get this field done. I'll set the eye over to the next field, at which point we'll take the fence and go and sort out this auger wagon. I'm hoping. I always seem to manage to do that, don't I? It's amazing. Right, folks. Do radio science there. Just read something for me that I wasn't expecting. That's 2 fields done. I don't see why we can't get them all done. Probably across a couple of episodes. That'll be. Sorry, I've been doing this so far. Why not do this again? I'm crossing between. I use cosplay a lot, but sometimes these guys seem to be as good. What's the guy want by the time? Wow, the shop's reopened anyway. So knowing that our spreader has a capacity of 30,000 litres, I want the auger wagon to at least have that, then at least it'll be a full thing every time. But I was looking before, that not many of the auger wagons do lime, certainly not all of them. I'm doing it on this tractor. I kind of need it to be a dolly one just for the weight, because if I have it at one that's going to rest away on the hitch, I can see this thing wheeling. I actually installed a mod for a very interesting looking tractor. It's a bit low horsepower, I just don't really like the look of it. So we'll see. I might just give this a service while I'm here, just because we're in the area. I don't need to paint it. Right, so auger wagons. There isn't one coming here just to. If I want to show you first, it's the tractor I'm talking about. I saw this mod and I was like, I've never seen it smaller, yet medium. It looks like it's small to me in the pictures, but yeah, here look. Guessing this is the new style of Steyr, which interesting. Remember, I had one of these on Riverbend. I had the bigger version. It was actually a really good tractor. I mean, see, the horsepower is not amazing, but for light duties around the farm, it could be a potential option for the future. Anyway, that's not what we're here for right now. In terms of what we'll do, what we want, that's too much. That's way too big. The ones that will do lime, looking at this guy, which is way too big. Things like these, which trouble is, look at the capacity. Where's the one that's size? In that world, well, that needs an Arctic. But there isn't really one, is there, that fits the brief that I want? The all these are great and a good capacity, but they don't take what I want. Unless there's not a couple of our tipper trailers that can be. And this is the option, I suppose. He's able to do a top up, so he'd have to be running backwards and forwards between a couple of tippers that make can become auger wagons as well, but I don't know which ones. think it'll say it on it when maybe it doesn't say, because I feel like these will be able to do it at some point. Maybe not. Excuse me. Well, which ones were there? There was definitely some that could become auger wagons. I thought it was some of those, but maybe I must be wrong. They some become manure spreaders. It's gonna have to be oh, was it that one, isn't it? Kind of irritating. I mean, why can't something like that? That would be perfect. If I can do some mod editing, but that's something I can't do right now. Yes, for now, I'm going to just leave it briefly while we figure out what we're doing here. I just get something to start in the middle, but that's okay. But I think I shall leave this one here, folks. So thank you very much for watching. So next episode, we're going to be in the same day. So we'll get hopefully more fields, and we'll also see about maybe buying one field. I'm so tempted because that is so cheap for what the size of it, and even that one. Oh, there, that would actually be even better, wouldn't it? Quickly mow the grass off it, rip it, becomes another field for us. Well, folks, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please check out the rest of the channel. Some great stuff on here. Please like, subscribe, share. Until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.